I bought yarn from a shop that doesn't exist in daylight. Hey guys, I crochet a lot. Like, obsessively, it's my therapy. But something happened last week that's been eating away at me, and I can't ignore it anymore. I swear this isn't a joke or a writing prompt. I'm not fishing for karma, I just need someone to believe me, especially other crocheters. Because if this thing spreads ... we might all be in danger. It started last Thursday. I was in a pretty bad place mentally. You know how some of us just ... stitch to survive. That was me. I ran out of yarn, and I needed more. Not wanted, needed. Here's the weird part. I live in a small town. Only one craft store here, and it closes at 6 p.m. sharp. It was 9:30 p.m., raining hard. But when I turned the corner near my apartment, there was a shop I'd never seen before. A warm golden glow spilled from the windows. The sign simply said, "The Midnight Skein." I remember it so clearly because the S looked like it had been hand-stitched onto the wood. I thought maybe it was a pop-up curiosity one. I went in. Inside ... odd it smelled like old wool and lavender, peaceful, cozy, but not fake cozy and naturally cozy, like it was trying to keep me there. Behind the counter was a woman, pale skin, thin lips, frizzy white hair, and a loose bun. She looked up at me without blinking and said, "You're the one who crochets to forget." I hadn't told her anything. Before I could respond, she pushed a basket toward me filled with yarn. Deep, dark red, almost black unless the light hit it just right. "This one's yours. You've already paid." I asked how much it was, thinking maybe I'd forgotten a pre-order or something. She just smiled. "You'll see," she said. I took the yarn. It was warm, like skin. That was my first mistake. Awesome. Here's part 2 of the Reddit-style crochet horror story. I should have left it alone. I got home that night drenched, but all I could think about was that yarn. I've worked with hundreds of textures, but this one felt alive, silky, yet dense. Almost like it resisted the hook at first, then eased in like it recognized me. I didn't even pick a pattern. My hands just moved. That's the scary part. I wasn't choosing what to make. I was just following. And the whispering started. At first I thought it was my TV on low volume, but it wasn't. It was coming from the skein. Faint murmurs, like distant voices behind a wall. The more I stitched, the louder they got. Not words exactly, more like emotions, sadness, regret, anger. I tried to stop, but the yarn tightened around my fingers. I couldn't let go of the hook. My wrist cramped, but I couldn't stop. My body kept crocheting until the skein was almost gone. When I finally yanked my hand away, I realized what I'd made. It was a small humanoid figure, twisted, faceless, stitched tight with an uneven, disturbing precision, like something you'd find buried under floorboards of an abandoned orphanage. Then it moved. Just a twitch, a single jerk of the head. I screamed and threw it across the room. It landed against the wall with a soft thud, and then it laughed, not loudly, not in a jump-scare way, but in a hoarse, croaky child's voice that said, "You made me, I belong to you." So yeah, I ran out of the room, slammed the door, just sat in the hallway staring at it from the crack under the door. That little ... thing wasn't moving anymore, but I knew it was still in there, waiting. I didn't sleep. I didn't even blink much. Around 4 a.m., I grabbed a pair of tongs from the kitchen and a metal box. I opened the door just enough to grab the thing and shoved it inside like it was a venomous spider. It was limp, still, but it felt warm, almost breathing. I locked the box, took it outside to the backyard fire pit, poured lighter fluid, flicked the match. Nothing. The flames rose, the box got red hot, but the yarn hadn't touched. Not even a single fiber burned. The thing just sat there, eyes now stitched into its face, staring, and then it spoke again. You stitched me, you fed me, I'm part of you now. I screamed, threw dirt on the fire, slammed the box shut again. I should have gone to a church or something, but instead I did something worse. I went back to the shop, but it wasn't there. I swear I ran up and down the whole block. Same cracked sidewalks, same empty lot. But no sign, no warm glow. Just a boarded-up window with the words "Close Forever" scratched into the wood. I asked around. Nobody had ever seen a yarn store there, ever. Read it. I think I crocheted something I can't undo, and I think it's getting stronger. I tried locking the box in my closet. Didn't matter. I woke up the next morning to find yarn trails across my bedroom floor, thin strands of that deep, unnatural red, looping in weird spirals, like someone had been crocheting in reverse. The box was still locked. I didn't open it. I was too scared. But the yarn trails, they formed a shape. At first I thought it was a mandala. Then I realized it was me, a twisted outline of my body, right down to the little mole on my wrist. I wanted to scream, but my throat just closed up. I backed away slowly, trying not to step on the yarn. As soon as I did, everything went cold, not aircon cold, like the air had been drained of warmth, like winter inside my bones. Then I heard the hook, my crochet hook, tapping, tap, 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 from inside the box. I don't remember unlocking it, but I found myself kneeling in front of it. My hands opened it before I could stop. The figure wasn't there. Instead, there was a new one. Same yarn, same twisted style. But this time, it looked like my mom. Same hair, same cardigan she wore last week. Even the crochet shawl I made for her birthday. I didn't make this. I know I didn't. But someone or something is using my yarn, my hook, and it's not finished. I threw the mom doll out, straight into the trash bin across the street. Didn't even look back. Told myself it was over. I even put away all my yarn, my hooks, everything. But that night, they were back, 4 of them, sitting on my bed like they'd always belonged there. The first one was still the original twisted, faceless, humming. The second, the mom doll, now had a smile stitched too forced. The third was a kid I didn't recognize, maybe 7 or 8 years old, missing one eye. The fourth was me, but not the me I am now. The me I used to be back when I was 12. Same haircut, same hoodie I cried in the day my dad left, down to the uneven stitching on the sleeve I tried to fix back then. That doll looked at me, like actually looked at me, and said, "You stitched me to remember, but we're here to help you forget." I tried to run. The yarn tangled around my ankles. I fell hard. The crochet hook was on the floor beside me, moving on its own, looping, pulling, threading the air, stitching nothing into something. I heard a voice. soft as breath. One more, just one more, and it's done. I don't know what done means, I don't want to know. But this morning I woke up with yarn dust in my fingernails, and a new doll sitting at the foot of my bed. It looks just like you. I haven't touched a hook in days. I've been sleeping with the lights on, staying with friends, even considered seeing a priest. But none of it matters. It's inside now. The yarn, the hook, the pattern, it's all part of me. Yesterday, I caught my reflection crocheting. I swear I wasn't moving, just brushing my teeth in the bathroom. But the mirror showed me, sitting cross-legged, crocheting something big, something shaped like a doorway. I turned around. A hallway behind me was empty, but when I looked back at the mirror, my reflection paused and smiled, not my smile. Something wider, wiser, and it held up what it was making, a perfect replica of my apartment, stitched in red thread, with tiny dolls inside, me, my mom, the faceless one, even the child with the missing eye, all sitting around a tiny crochet circle, worshipping something. I blinked and the reflection was back to normal. But the bathroom light flickered, and when it stabilized, my toothbrush was gone. In its place, a crochet hook, not mine, black metal, cold, heavy, and etched into the handle in looping red thread. This is how you finish. I haven't slept. The dolls don't move anymore, but they breathe. I can hear them at night, their yarn lungs rasping in sync with mine. My apartment smells like old thread and warm blood, and now I understand. The pattern wasn't a scarf or a sweater, or even a doll. It's a replica, a recreation of me. Every night the hook stitches a little more. My hands move without permission. My skin tingles like something's pulling from the inside out. I tried tying my hands. Didn't work. Tried meds, tried alcohol. Even tried stabbing the hook through the faceless doll. It laughed. You're almost done, it whispered. Then we can wear you. Wear me. That's when it hit me. They're not making dolls. They're making replacements. Yarn versions of everyone I know, me included. And once the pattern is complete, I'm gone, not dead, and stitch, unraveled like a loose thread, forgotten. Last night I woke up covered in loops of red yarn. My legs couldn't move. My arms were mid-stitch, my voice was gone, and in the mirror I saw the final product taking shape, a full-sized version of me, blinking, smiling, waiting to take over. And the worst part, it looked happy. I burned everything, every doll, every hook, every spool of yarn. I tore apart my closet, smashed mirrors, lit my room with fire from the gas stove. I screamed and sobbed and begged, but the dolls didn't burn. They melted like wax, like flesh pretending to be thread. The final doll, the one that looked like me, stood up, not sat, not twitched, stood. It turned its head slowly, no seams, no mouth, just a black stitch eyes and a tilt like a curious predator. It walked toward me and whispered, "You taught me how. Now, let me show you." Everything after that is a blur. I remember yarn wrapping around my throat, not tight, gentle, like a scarf from someone you used to love. I woke up 3 days later in my bed. No fire, no hook, no dolls, just silence. But things are off. My reflection blinks half a second too late. My friends say I've been quieter, that I don't blink much, that my smile is too even, too still. Yesterday, someone handed me a baby head I apparently crocheted. I don't remember making it, but my hands do. At night, I find red fibers under my fingernails, and in the corner of my room, there's a basket. It wasn't there before. It's filled with dolls, all of them smiling. The last one, dot is still being stitched. It looks like you. And guess what? You just read the pattern. You should have stopped at halfway. But now that you're here, welcome to the circle. Let's stitch something beautiful. Do you guys want more scary, bone-chilling stories? Then subscribe to me.